Hello everyone, TAC1421 here. Welcome back to another Mega Moveset episode. Today we're going to be talking about Mega Banette, and I hope that's how you say it, because sometimes I mispronounce Pokemon names, but that's alright. We're going to be talking about a pretty cool moveset. It's a little unique. This is probably where you're going to be actually seen on a lot of Banettes, but you just don't see it that often. You don't see this Pokemon used that often in the whole grand scheme of things, but this is what I decided to do, and I think it's a pretty good moveset, so I do hope you guys enjoyed the moveset. First off, let's go ahead and talk about Banette and abilities and all that stuff. So obviously the item, you're going to want to use that. But anyways, ability, there's two abilities you could use here, and it kind of just is based on your team. Insomnia is good because if you don't have like a grass type or something with SAtk on your team, then you can have someone to switch in, and if you haven't Mega Evolved, you can switch in on a predicted Spore or Sleep Powder and you won't fall asleep, so that's kind of nice. Also, Frisk is nice because on switch in you get to identify a Pokemon's held item, a foe's held item, which is kind of nice because then you can see what item they have, if they're Scarfed or Specs or whatever they may be. If they haven't shown an item yet, like Life Orb or Lefties, you can see what they have, so that's kind of nice. So you can go with either one. Personally, I think I like Insomnia a little bit better, just because some teams I don't have grass types and I don't have Sap-Sitters, so it's kind of a little nice thing to use as if you haven't Mega Evolved yet, so you can kind of play around with that. As far as Banette goes, pretty good like boosts and a lot of different things. You can see the attack got boosted by 50 there, which is ginormous. Defense, special, attack, and special defense, as well as speed, all got boosted. HP stayed the same, but everything else got a nice boost, which is really, really nice. So that is really cool. The ability on Banette, and he also got really cool. He looks pretty cool now as well. But the ability is Prankster, so this means all of its status moves have priority. So that's pretty cool. Prankster is a very, very annoying ability, and you can play around with a lot of different sets, and you can taunt people, and you can use Pain Split and stuff like that. What I chose to do is I went with Destiny Bond, just because, why not? Whenever something gets Destiny Bond, I always try to play around with it, and I came across a pretty good set in this Banette, so might as well let everyone know what I think about it. So the first move, we'll get into the EVs, we'll get back into the moves in a second here, but the EV spread, we're going to go with fully invested in attack and make it adamant. So you have the most attack possible. I put 4 in defense. You can put 4 anywhere, really, except for maybe HP. I would leave it at an odd number. Speed, I didn't choose to invest in speed because you have the Prankster ability. The only thing you need the speed for would be Destiny Bomb. So, but 75 speed is pretty decent. Special defense, I chose to boost that up to 252 because you're going to be hitting things that are going to be hitting you, or things like, you know, Shadow Ball and all that. You could also be hit by Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch, but for the most part, you're going to be hitting them before they hit you. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the moveset here. Destiny Bond, again, we talked about that. I think that's probably the go. I mean, it's going to be, if you're getting low on HP, that's going to be your go-to thing to use so that you can take something down with you. If you can't kill them with either Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneak, I definitely recommend using Destiny Bomb. Will-O-Wisp, you can either use Will-O-Wisp or you can also use something like a Thunder Wave, or even a Toxic. But I think Will-O-Wisp is the way to go. It does have 85% accuracy, but burns are always nice. Gets gradual damage and reduces the attack of physical attackers, which is always good. Which also, if you do choose to use the Frisk ability on your regular Banette, you can see if they are a choice banded Pokemon, so you can play around with that and use Will-O-Wisp and predict all those stuff. The next two moves are going to be your attacking moves. Sucker Punch, if you think they're going to go for an attack and you think you can kill them. And then Shadow Sneak is going to be hitting for stab because you are Ghost type. So that is your stab, and your attack is pretty good. Plus, it has priority, so that's really nice. Things you're going to want to switch in on are mainly fighting types, normal types that you think they're going to use like a Fake Out or some kind of fighting type move, because you do you don't only resist it, it's just not affected on you, so you're immune to it. That's the word I was looking for. So you can switch on things like that. Also, if you have insomnia and you think they're going to go for a spore, you can switch on things like that. Get a Will-O-Wisp off. Unfortunately, Banette doesn't get Sword Dance, and if he did get Sword Dance, this would be a really, really nice Pokemon. Something else you can use instead of Destiny Bond, you could use Pain Split. I played around with that a lot. It does get priority, so that works well. It works pretty well with the Prankster ability, so you can try that out as well. If you do that, I would recommend switching the special defense for like HP or something like that. But yeah, give this moveset a try. I think it's pretty good, and you kind of have to use it in the right situations. You can either like lead off with it and try to get like a Will-O-Wisp off. You can also put Taunt on instead of Destiny Bond and use it as like a lead off to try to, you know, prevent rocks and stuff like that. But it's a pretty good Pokemon. There's a lot of ways to use it, and I think there's definitely better Mega options out there. But with the boosted attack, it does hit for a good amount of damage. You can probably take, you know, 2 Pokemon out for the price of your Banette with the Destiny Bond. So as well as if you get the Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch off, and you can also cripple some Pokemon with Will-O-Wisp or whatever else you choose to put on there as far as your status move. You can also even use Will-O-Wisp and like another status move on there if you want. Lots of different options. This is what I chose to use. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you guys can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see everyone in the next Mega Moveset episode. Peace.